So as of right now, the creative lane I'm in is mostly in like producing and in video editing, as well as co-hosting. So the main creative lane I am in is that during my graduate studies at UCLA, I decided to take on a path in science communication. That's where my research is focused in. What I try and create is an opportunity to connect with science in a different way. So I know that, especially now, I feel like the way in which we communicate science is more important than ever. And, as someone who is in the field a lot and I see a lot of the research that is being done, like the very impactful and profound research in our department, but a lot of that gets lost in translation, specifically to general audiences. So I think when I try and explain, I'd say it's a way to bridge the gap between the scientific community and the general public and try and invite them into the science rather having them try and meet us with all this like expertise and calculations and all that stuff. So so I felt like I noticed it when I was like very young, honestly. Like I was always a very technology driven person. So I always loved playing around with cameras. I know like one of my favorite hobbies when I was like 10 or 11 years old was video editing, which is not probably most people's favorite hobbies. And so I was always playing with like Sony Movie Vega. Like my sisters and I come from a big family. So we would like film like mock Hunger Games movies and like film like all these like random like TV shows and things and like edit it, and it was a hot mess, but it was fun. It was fun, and like you're just playing around. Throughout my high school and then starting into college, I had kind of switched more into like a science route and going down more like, before I came to UCLA, I was studying chemistry and communications, and like in high school, I really prioritized my science, but I'd always still had that love for filmmaking. I just was trying to find a different way in which to bring it in, and so that was a big thing I wanted to do for my master's, was try and bring that film passion back into the work I want to do. I think one of the most surprising things is probably that I have gone through cancer. I would say I think that was something that I was only 19 years old when I first got diagnosed. And so it was during COVID as well. So my family couldn't be there with me. My parents couldn't be there. So it was just me in the hospital. But my sister was able to be there. It was her first day of residency. It was in the same hospital. So I was like, what in the Grey's Anatomy is happening right now? But so I would say that is something that, I went through like about like a year of treatments, but I always saw it as like, I'm very much like a glass half full person. So I kind of saw it as an opportunity to like self-reflect and learn the type of person I actually want to be. So I think that could be something that people would be, and people have told me that they're surprised when they hear that, is like, oh, you went through that. And I just feel like it taught me a lot about perspective and about work ethic as well. I have a lot of favorite directors that I try and like follow. I know that it's on a different scale, but like I just saw Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and that was one of the most inspiring and such a visually immersive experience through that. And so I think the first film that I really just fell in love with was Interstellar. And I think I've seen that film like 13 or 14 times at this point. I think also what inspires me is the power of individuality and the power of curiosity in that sense. I think each person has their own special opportunity to bring something to this world. And I think it's really exciting to see what others can do and to see what I can do on my own in that. So I think trying to always stay curious and push through any sort of adversity in that sense. But yeah. Like just start. Like even now I have to continuously remind myself of that, because you can do it messy, you can do it confused, you can do it without any sense of where you want to go. But if you just start, the creative juices will start flowing, and then you'll feel like you can actually attain something. Like a lot of the things that you can do can feel like it's not attainable. But when you really just take that first step and, are willing to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, a lot of good things can happen. So that's probably what I'd say.